Welcome back for video game pickups. And this time, welcome for the pickups for the month of September. First up, we have a recent game, of course, I did a retro review on. And that being the interesting 3D arena fighter Destraya. I already had the game, but I wanted to get the full thing. So I managed to come across actually a decent copy. Sadly, the case is cracked, but overall it's in really good shape. Next up is technically a soundtrack. Not just any soundtrack, this is the soundtrack to Jet Set Radio Future. A game soundtrack I've wanted to get my hands on for a while, and trust me when I say this is not an easy CD to find. And it goes with this. I managed to come across an actual full original version of the game. It's easy to get your hands on the twin pack, but finding an actual original version of the game by itself, not so easy. So it's nice to have both of these. The full original version, Jet Set Radio Future, and the soundtrack. Awesome combination. Glad to have it in my collection. Next up, for the original Xbox, is an interesting tactical game. It's called Shattered Union, of course, as you see by 2K Games. I believe this was exclusively console-wise, only on the original Xbox. But yeah, it's very similar to that Command Conquer, though it takes place in alternate timeline. And so everything has turned out very differently. As you see right there, even tells some of the basic info. And I'll just pop it here for just a sec. Freeze the screen if you want to read what it says. But yeah, this even, of course, also had online play as well. Next up, for the Xbox 360, we have Command & Conquer Red Alert 3, which I've been wanting to play this game for a while. I'm glad I found a copy for pretty cheap, actually at GameStop. This game is actually very cheap, and you see there, playing like the leader of the Russians, none other than the great man himself. But still, it's a nice addition since I do appreciate these types of tactical games. Next up, on PS3, not such a great game, but it was dirt cheap. Aliens Colonial Marines. I believe I paid something like $2 for the game. And yeah, I know, like, the UI and stuff for the computer is very screwed up, thanks to one little messed up line of code. Is what screwed up the whole personality of the computer. As you see me by Gearbox, but it was a game I'm still curious to see how bad it really is for myself. Next up, we have God of War Origins Collection, which I've never played any of the PSP games, so it's nice to be able to get a remastered version of both games for the PS3. I already have the other God of War collection, so I'm glad to finally complete all of the God of War games in my collection now, finally. And I thought this was a perfect addition. Second to last, another game known for being not so good, but I got this game ridiculously cheap. So, I picked it up. Plus, since it was pre-owned, at least I had no money actually going to EA. So I'm curious, Because from what I understood, pretty much all the major issues with the game was fixed over like a couple year period, thanks to patches. So I am kind of curious. I've actually never played any of the Mass Effect games. And last but not least, a physical release for the Nintendo Switch of the HD, of course, release of Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. I already have this on the Vita, but when I saw this was actually available in all normal stores, like you can pick this up at Walmart. It is $29.99, same price as the digital version on the eShop. And I do recommend, if you like Oddworld games or you like third-person shooter type games, though it has also elements of third-person action gameplay. It's really interesting. I've always liked the world of the Oddworld series. But that is it for this edition of Video Game Pickups for the month of September, and I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe out there, everyone. And I'll see you again, same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.